Hey everybody, I have an update for you. We are going to be moving, which means soon I'm going to have to pack up everything in my quaint little studio here and get it out. And I'm going to have a new studio to record stuff in soon enough. But I realized before I pack up this room, I haven't touched this room yet because I wanted to make this little video. This room has been my music studio for over 4 years. I've recorded 300-ish videos in here and a whole bunch of other projects. Before I actually move and pack up this room, I want to give a little tour, a little studio tour, and show off what's in here, a little show and tell, just as a little tribute to this room where I've had so much fun in here over the past 4 years. Some people have been asking about my gear and my setup and what I use to record, and well, you'll see it all in this tour, and I'll just say, if you're a gear snob, you're gonna be disappointed. Enough of me blabbing, let's start the tour. Alright, so now for the studio tour, I'm going to be switching to iPhone first-person mode, so forgive the change in audio quality. As they say on MTV Cribs, this is where the magic happens. Whoa, look at that. Here's the computer. Hey, we're recording right now. Here's this cool book. It's got pictures in it. James Bond, Donkey Kong up there. Now King Kong. Got some sound proofing, sound baffling, sound dampener things. Dancing Grannies on VHS. Vintage rock cassette tape. Terrible print of Nighthawks. Matrix Build-A-Bear. Pinhead. Plant. And this keyboard here, this is the Yamaha PSR41. I found this in the trash one day on my commute home from work. I pulled over on the side of the road, brought this thing home, cleaned it up, and I've used it on many, many recordings. So if you ever see keyboards in the trash, go grab them. This Les Paul is a Les Paul Studio. It was built by a friend and coworker of mine back at my previous job. And the neck is from one Les Paul, and the body is from another, of 2 totally different decades. And it used to be black. He did the finish and everything on it himself. Plays great. I've used it in so many things. This is my newest guitar, the Sawtooth. Look at those pickups. It's got 5 pickups. It's ridiculous. It's got 2 totally independent circuits for the humbucker pickups and the single coil pickups. So it's basically like a Strat and a Les Paul in one. Here's my trusty Jazzmaster, featured in many, many, many of my videos. Might be my most played guitar on this channel. Here's the Squier Bronco bass. This is definitely my most played bass on this channel. I've used this for so much stuff. SG. Love this thing. I didn't like it at first, but once I got it set up and plays perfectly, it's become one of my favorite guitars. I've got all these like cool creepy stickers on it. You got skeletons, a little cat with a butthole there. Shiny thing. Got a Martin backpacker that I got from a flea market for $35. I'm gonna do a whole video explaining this, and my dad finished it up, and it looks really cool. This is my other bass here. It's the Epiphone EBO. It's like a beginner model, shorter scale bass. It's got 1 giant pickup. Epiphone Casino. Check that out. These things, I think these things came back into style. Like everyone wants one nowadays because of that 10-hour-long Beatles documentary. This guitar I made in Nashville at a build-your-own guitar workshop. It's called the Guitar Build Workshop. There it is, in Nashville. This thing plays really well. It's got 2 P90s in there. It's called the Matrix model, which makes me like it even more. Here we've got the Mattel Strum Fun guitar. Open it up upside down. This is a more obscure video on my channel. I used this way back. Beautiful. Steinberger's in here. Here's good old Red Bank. This big Teisco hollow body. Got the banjo. Barely a banjo player. I can make it work. This is my $43, I think, Goodwill Hondo 2 Strat. Oops. Here's my height. This guitar was found in a junkyard in a local town dump. Brought it home, I cleaned it up, plays great. Always check the garbage on the side of the road for cool gear. See here, I got a little line picture. Got this mini amp, another mini amp. Here's a wood block. You know, the wood block is the hardest of all musical instruments. I actually went to a prestigious music school on a wood block scholarship. I was first chair. I lost it in the third year, second chair, because this guy, he could really play the wooden block. You know, he's classically trained in the art of wooden blocks, whatever. This is a divider from one of my favorite record stores that was in the area, which is right here, Vintage Vinyl. I took one of their bags. They closed down after like 40-something years, which was sad. I mean, it was a great store, great location. This was just a little memento I took. This, the Mark Knopfler section of the record dividers. My Great Wave ukulele by Luna. Luna makes some very pretty stuff. Toy guitar, you got it from Tractor Supply. Look at them, they're playing on the moon. Might not be the moon. I guess because the moon's in the background there. I think they're on the moon. I like to think they're on a planet with two moons, like they're on one of the moons and there's the other moon in the back. What am I even talking about? Here's one of those jingle jangle cigar slide guitars. I actually end up playing this more as like a fretless, exotic sounding instrument. I'm doing this with one hand, otherwise I would open all these, but this is a little soprano ukulele. In here is a electric violin that I do not know how to play. Nothing too interesting over here. You got to organize all your cables and connectors and all that. Small but good microphone collection, SM57. Every recording guitarist needs one of those. MXL 990 Patriot. I'm going to make a video on that sometime. My one pedal, little overdrive pedal. That's the mic I was using earlier, the vintage V67. Warm, crisp, open. Got a little music box. Look at that guy and the monkey. That kid's pretty happy. He likes that monkey. Snowball. Everyone needs a snowball. This is another old Yamaha or Casio keyboard. It's hard to get a good angle right now, but this is the Yamaha Portasound MK100. That was my first little digital synth keyboard that I got from a guitar show for like 20 bucks or something. And it plays great. I love the thing. I use it on a whole bunch of recordings. Little banner in the Prisoner font saying music says all. Because, hey, it does. Alright, you gear snobs, down here is my setup. The little cube amp and an SM57 pointed right at it. My setup for recording is plug right into the cube, goes into the SM57, that goes into the Presonus Tube Pre V2, which is a little tube preamp, and it actually does add a nice character to the sound. And that goes right in here, the Presonus audio box. And that goes into Reaper. I used to be a Pro Tools guy, but I've come to love Reaper. It's a lot lighter and cheaper and easier to figure out. Every guitarist needs a cool little thing to keep their picks in, so I keep mine in a Crime Scene Band-Aid tin box. Got a whole bunch in there. So that was it. That was the tour of my music studio. I've been here for over 4 years. You don't need a lot of space to make music or have fun. So, you know, if all you have is a bedroom, just start in your bedroom. Start recording. People always wonder how you start. You know, do you need this gear, that gear? No. Just, even if all you have is your phone, start recording yourself. That's the best way. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to start. And hey, that's what I did. I had this little bit of space, made the most of it. If you have any questions about the gear, let me know, or guitars, and I'll answer them. But until then, see you. See you in the new studio. Bye-bye.